Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How we doing today, Omar?
I am doing unbelievable.
How are you doing?
Happy
Unbelievable, man.
Monday, everybody. Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday, everybody. Very glad that you guys are here. We're very glad that we are in a new year. And as the new year comes in, a lot of people are out there doing New Year resolutions, doing so many new things, trying to accomplish so many goals. And I mean, as what we teach, we always want to strive to be better in everything we do. And one of the questions that we've been getting a lot is, how do you set goals?
Right.
So this is something that I know that you've been a master at one at doing, two at teaching. I've learned a lot from you. I learned a lot, and I've been putting a lot of these things in practice, and I've seen the results, not only in me but the people that surround me. Because at the end of the day, is who we are is who we attract, right?
Right.
So same thing. So you know what? Hey, welcome, Omar. Today is what? Today is already the ninth. Man,
Yeah.
time is flying. Time is
I know.
flying, and we almost gonna be almost at the end of the month. But a lot of people have goals. A lot of people have
Right.
aspirations for this year. And, time is ticking, guys. So
Right.
today I want you to listen, sit down if you're watching, and jot down some notes and put this in practice, because this is going to help you out. At least take one of the things that we're going to teach you today and put it in practice, because you'll see that this will change your life and you change your 2023. How you
Yep.
doing, Omar?
I'm doing unbelievable.
So
You
tell
know,
me,
it's,
what can you tell everybody about goal settings? I mean, I got my takes and things that I have learned from you, but I know that a lot of people would rather hear from you than me. Go for it, man.
well, I've been fortunate enough to be mentored by some pretty amazing people, and one of them was Jim Rohn. And
Uh-huh.
Jim would tell me that if you want to set goals, most people don't think you really have to step back and reflect on what you want.
Yeah.
And your what you want is anchored to your why, right?
Mm.
Your why is your purpose. People start setting goals like I want to lose weight, I want to pay off my credit cards, I want to do this, but they don't think of why. So the key is to really reflect, and then why you want it. What's your why? Why are
Yeah.
you doing it? I mean, you need something because the challenges, and I used to own health clubs, and I
Yeah.
love Januaries. That's my
Yeah.
best month. Everybody signs up because they ate bad or they did this, or
Yeah.
picked up some bad habits during the holidays. So
Yeah.
that January, the health club's best month. I love January.
Really.
I mean, people come in and say, "I want to get into these by summer." I'm like, okay, and I
Let's
want to
go
get
for
rid of this, this. So,
it.
but the bottom line is, you'll never reach your goals unless you have a strong enough purpose,
Yeah.
because your purpose is your driving desire to continue when you're not wanting to continue.
Wow.
Because people don't get that, and for me, it's that driving desire. I think I told you before. What I like to
Yeah.
do is, I never imagine that I'm wealthy. I always wake up like I'm that fresh guy, and I need to make a sale.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
And
awesome.
I wake up every day, with fired up, and my goal is to make have fun and help others, but then also, um, I have goals, and
Yeah.
they're all attached to my purpose. And my purpose right now is to help others. Number one. Number two
Yeah.
is number one is to take care of my kids,
Yeah.
and number two is to help others, because your kids come first.
Yeah.
And of course, I believe that people don't realize that you got to set goals in different areas. You got to set
Hmm.
them in spiritual, health, to get rich and sick is stupid, right?
Yeah.
Happy, to be happy most of the time, and
Okay.
then money. And then
Okay.
you've got other goals like vacation, career, um,
Hmm.
you know, intellect. A lot of
Yeah.
people forget about intellect. Set a goal to read more, to listen to audios, to watch more videos. I mean, they're basically free now. So,
Yeah.
the whole thing is, you got to set goals in all areas of your life,
Yeah.
and then stick to them. But the first
Yeah.
thing is to find your why, your
Yeah.
purpose, Number two, now that you found it, what are those dreams? And you got to
Mm.
turn those dreams into a personal mission, right? So
Wow.
most people don't do that. They turn their dreams, they say, oh, this is a goal. No, turn your dream into a personal mission. What do I mean by that? If you want to reach something, every man and woman that I've ever seen,
Mm-hmm.
including yourself, that's achieving is obsessed with their goal.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
have to be obsessed. If you're not obsessed, you're not going to do it. So you got to be obsessed with your goal. Most
Yeah.
people are not. And I think that people don't realize that if you want something, especially now with quote recession, if
Yeah.
you want something bad enough, you got to be obsessed. You got to be like,
Yes.
you got to be that man or woman that when you walk into a party or networking, everybody goes, oh shit, there they are. Because all they got to do is talk about how great what they're doing is. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
like during the holidays, you're like, oh man, there he is.
The
But
fanatic, right? Oh, the fanatic's coming, right? No,
yeah,
no.
yeah. But that's how you got to be because, you
Yeah.
know, things are different now. And the people that are succeeding are
Yeah.
obsessed with their dreams, turning them into goals, making
Yeah.
them a personal mission. And then from that, you got to make mini missions because you got
Yeah.
to, like, we talk about time blocking. You've got to
Yeah.
create activities to move you towards those goals. And
True,
people
true.
don't get that. And I don't understand why would you set a goal if you're not going to, number one, commit to it. Number
Mhm.
two, be obsessive about it. Number three, do the activities to achieve it, right? And
Yeah.
remember, shit's going to happen. So you got to be strong and flexible because
Hmm.
nothing goes the way you plan. Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
Murphy's law. Murphy's law is always in
Yeah.
effect.
Everything, I mean, everything is constant flux. I remember Bob Proctor would just say to
Yeah.
me, you know, everything that you're doing, Omar, is great, and everything you're doing is don't get. I used to get pissed off. You know, I'm
Yeah.
Cuban. We have the Cuban tempers, right?
Yeah.
I don't have it anymore. I used to have it, you know, but when I was a young guy, you know, but I'd get pissed off at shit, and he's like, don't get pissed off.
Yeah.
Realize that things change. Don't expect things to go the way you planned them. There are always
Yeah.
going to be something. Like if you're a realtor, you
Hmm.
might go out and you do all this work, and now the person doesn't qualify with their mortgage because things have
Yeah.
changed, right? If you're a mortgage broker, maybe the realtor brought you a deal and you did
Hmm.
all this work, and now the person doesn't qualify, or they ask them for more down because
Wow.
there's too much of a spread of the
Yeah.
money they need, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
just be ready. I always tell people, and I coined this, it's in my book,
Uh-huh.
become a PPS, a professional problem solver, right?
Professional problem
So
solved.
again, go back to your finding your why, your purpose in life. Number one, find out the dreams you want in all the categories,
Yeah.
and then turn those dreams into a possible mission,
Hmm.
and then, uh, you know, be obsessed about it,
Yeah.
but and
So
have a plan, you know, and create milestones,
yeah.
like say you set a goal to make $1 million this year, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Of
And
course.
so, what would be a milestone for you? Well, 250 would be the first quarter, right?
The first quarter. Yeah. Right.
So that would be 250K, right?
Hmm.
So that would be a milestone for you. So you got to create milestones and strategies to get you where you are. The other thing I like to do, Carlos, I believe in year in backward goals.
No, no. Here we go. Here we go backwards, and that's something that I've learned my whole life, especially doing plans for the military. Something that we had, something was called the backwards planning, in
Right,
which we knew our end goal. That was a picture, and going back to that too, we need to envision. We need to live in the future, meaning that that's our goal. And like you said, my $1 million. I need to envision myself every single day that if that's my goal, I will make that $1 million. I need to
right,
feel it. I need to know where I'm going to spend it at. I need to know where I'm going to be taking care of. I mean, where it's going to be saved, which bank I'm going to be using. Those are the things that you need to put in place in your brain. And you'd be surprised how your brain start finding things and putting things together in order to help you get and accomplish that goal. Not only that,
well,
it's like we were talking about the law of attraction. By
right.
you
Uh,
doing these things, putting these things together, the universe going to be bringing you so many situations which you're gonna find yourself, and it's gonna allow you to actually get what you're looking for, right? What were you gonna ask?
exactly. I was going to tell you a little story. When I was a young
Yeah.
man, Mr. Murphy was friends because he owned that company that managed speakers called Champions Unlimited,
Got
and
it.
one of his friends was Bob Proctor, and I would spend the weekends at Mr. Murphy's 12,000 square foot home in Desert Highlands up there,
Yeah.
and so we had our own wing, and my room was next to Bob Proctor's, and he would always say to me, what do you want? I said, well, I'm buying a house. I said, I bought a house. My house, $147,000 in California. Cute
Yeah.
little house, a 3-bedroom,
Right.
2-bath. The real Santa Monica type houses, like the old
Okay.
ones, built
Yeah.
in 1926. And I love this house. And I said, I'm worried, Bob. He goes, what are you worried about? I said, well, I said, I don't know if I can afford this house. He goes, Omar, here's what I want you to do. Think right now of this home. It's
Yeah.
147,000. To put in 20% down. How much is the payment? I told him how much payment was, like $1,200 or something.
Yeah.
And he says, okay, so I want you to realize that I want you to think about and attract what you need to make that extra money. Number one. Number two, I'm going to say something to you right now. That house, within 2 months, you're going to say, I should have bought a bigger house. So 2 months later, I call him up. I said, oh my God, Bob, you were right. I should have bought a bigger house because now
Yeah.
I bought a second health club and I'm making $55K more a month.
That's crazy.
So, he's like, no, you just got to keep listening to what I'm telling you. Law of attraction, law of
Mhm.
vibration. Let the conscious mind is your thinking mind, right?
Yeah.
Now, the unconscious mind is where your secrets lie. Your
Mm.
secrets are like when let's say we're changing gear. If you've been in a bad relationship and now you've been away from this person for
Yeah.
6 months, and now
Yeah.
you decide to start dating, and the unconscious mind is where your secrets lie, where you're sleeping. That's where you make your decisions, right?
Of course. Yeah.
The conscious mind is the stuff you feel like, I'm hungry, I'm sleepy, I'm tired, right?
Mhm.
I'm,
Yeah.
right? The unconscious mind is where your secrets lie. So
Okay.
now you meet this gal or girl, like you met a girl or a guy, and that person, the first date, great. Second date, good. Third date, they act just like the person you just broke up with. You're out, man. You know why? Your subconscious mind just said, I'm out. Because
Yeah.
they just showed a part of them that reminds you of the person you just walked away from
Oh
for
wow.
like a year or so, right? So your conscious mind is the thing that brings in all the feel, all this stuff. And then
Yeah.
your subconscious mind is, well, who decides whether you're going to move forward or backwards? So,
Yeah.
like, for instance, I hear people say, I want to lose weight. I want to go on a diet. I go, no, you don't want to go on a diet. You want to change your lifestyle,
There we go.
right? If you go on a diet, I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah.
I gained like 5 pounds during the holidays, right? And the more I think about not eating something, the more I
Yeah.
want it.
Yeah.
So what I do is I said to myself, okay, I need to go back to the basics. And I told my son, I said, he's visiting me from college. I said, we're throwing everything out. So we threw out everything, all the cookies, all the potato chips, all the
Yeah.
stuff that we love during the holidays.
For the
Pumpkin
holiday.
pie, from Costco. We get those big pies.
I
So we
know.
had pumpkin pie for breakfast.
Uh,
So
mine is a butter pecan pie. I love
there
that
you go. I
thing.
like that one too. Yeah. So what happened was is we said, we're gonna, and I'm telling you, I got a student that she teaches people how to eat healthy. She's
Uh-huh.
she's one of my mentees,
Yeah.
and she has a program. She charges $1,500. She
Hmm.
goes over your food, and she comes to your place, and she scrubs your place, like scrubs
Wow.
it out, takes everything out. So
Wow.
scrubbing is a technique of taking out anything that's bad for you.
Ooh.
So she basically charges you $1,500, comes over, does this whole thing, scrubs it out, teaches you some good meals. A great gal. However, she was trying to teach me how to make my own almond milk. Well, you have to soak the almonds for overnight, and then you get up and you peel them, and they slip right
Really?
off, and then you put them into a blender and you
Uh-huh.
blend them. You know how many almonds it takes to make,
To
like,
get a little bit of milk, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and
right?
then
Yeah,
yeah,
God
I
bless
saw
her.
the practice. You got to put it into a cheese the cheesecloth, and
Yeah,
then squeeze it. Oh man, no, I
yeah.
wouldn't.
But you know what? God bless her. She's healthy.
Yeah,
She's amazing. She's a great teacher. But for
yeah,
me, I'd rather go buy almond milk at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods.
that's
You
it.
know, because that's I may not be as good or as healthy, but it's
So
for me it's
that's the work.
time. It's about
Yeah,
time. You know,
yeah,
but that's her passion. So anyway, we scrub you if you want to lose weight, you just come up with a workout, commit to it, come up with meals that you want to eat, scrub your pantry, scrub your refrigerator, and
yeah.
get rid of anything because if it's not here, you're not going to eat it, right? So anyway, that's just one thing on nutrition. But the same thing happens with spending. You know, a lot of people, and I was just watching Bloomberg, and they were talking about that the credit card are going up, and the reason is because people got so used to spending during the pandemic that now
Yeah,
they can't stop. So,
yeah,
which now you got to like take a look at what you can do and not do that kind of thing. But
correct. Yeah.
everybody's gonna have to streamline everything in all areas of their life. But
Sorry.
back to goal setting, one thing I want to share with everybody, Carlos, and you're really
Yeah.
great at this. Don't base your goals on what you have. Base your goals
Mm,
on what you want. And as
yes.
one of my friends, Tony Robbins, says, what you focus on expands.
Ooh.
So if you focus on greatness or you
Yeah.
focus on expansion, you focus on amplification. Amplification, that's what you're going to get. If you focus on
Yeah.
shit, you're going to get more crap, right?
That,
So
that.
don't focus on crap. Focus
Yeah.
on amplification. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. So I think that's a real important thing because people think that goal setting is like you sit down and you put them on your computer. I write them out and both,
Yeah.
and then you're all done. No,
Yeah.
it's a journey, right? It's
It
a
is.
journey.
Yeah.
Goal setting is a journey. So you got to learn, and that's another thing that I heard, from my mentors. Enjoy the journey.
Mm.
Got to learn to enjoy the journey, right?
Yeah.
And
Embrace.
have
What
more
is it
fun.
called? What did the military say? Embrace the suck.
Is it? Yeah, is that what they say?
Embrace the suck. You know what? And,
Well,
and
yeah,
that's amazing. And when you're talking about the scrubbing of, let's just say, your kitchen, so you could
yeah.
definitely able
Scrub
to
your mind
accomplish.
too of the shit.
There we
Everything that
go.
happened to you.
Yeah.
Working. And by the way, I have to work on this every day because I get shit. Still, everybody gets
Oh
shit,
yeah.
right? But you have to work on the present to the future and learn from the past, right? I
Correct.
did it wrong then. Now I'm going to do it right this way. But you
Uh
go
huh.
from the present to the future and learn from your past.
So
You can forget the past, but you can
yeah.
learn from the past, right?
So and again, and that's amazing because now you go, you learn from the past, but you want to go into the future. But at the same time, once you scrub, you clean things out. If you don't feel that with something new, something better, you will go back to the same way that you were. Think about this: when you clean a closet at home, right? Some way, somehow, you clean it up, but you end up with more crap after that if you don't fill it up with things that you need to have in that closet.
Right.
Same thing is gonna be with your mind. If you don't put things, you don't start learning, you don't start finding a mentor, somebody that can help you get to where you want to go. Because you got to think about like not all of us are strong-minded to be able to accomplish this thing, this process by ourselves. And even it doesn't matter who you are, you still need a mentor. You need someone that keeps you accountable,
Yeah.
and
And you
that's
got
the
to
person that
realize,
can definitely help
yeah,
you out.
why do we're watching the playoffs football.
Yeah.
I was here watching with my son
Hmm.
and one of his friends, and I said, why do you think when someone comes to a team, they're called a rookie? Because that rookie needs to go out there and learn by doing to become better. And they
Yeah.
can only learn from a mentor and a coach.
Yeah.
So the same way, everybody, we're all rookies at something. I I used to play golf. Now I'm going to start playing again, right?
Yeah.
Because I give me it's I don't like playing 18 holes. I'll play 9, but
Yeah.
I'm going to go get myself a pro, a coach to teach
Nice.
me to get my swing back. And I mean, I
Got it.
wasn't very. I did it socially, but the bottom line is, I'm not going to just go play golf. I'm going to go take some
Yeah,
lessons because I want to be better, right?
that's
So
true.
everything you do, look, if you look at any great, they've got multiple mentors,
Yes.
multiple coaches. Anybody,
Yeah.
anybody. That's great. You look at LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Oprah Winfrey. You look at even look at Tony Robbins. His mentor was Jim Rohn, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
mine was all these guys.
Yeah. All
So
those guys.
I was lucky to meet all these guys through Mr. Murphy, and Mr.
Wow.
Murphy was my mentor. You know, so you have to have people, and what a mentor does is they save you time and money, and they know how
Hmm.
to get there faster. It's like
True.
you and I talking about the book yesterday. I was
Yeah.
like, pop, 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 pop. We need this. Why? Because I know I've done 26
Correct.
books, and I've helped people write another 20 books. So I've
Yeah.
got 46 books under my belt. I know
Yeah.
what needs to be done to write a good book. Anybody can write a book, but if you write a shit book, your book's gonna be in your trunk. Nobody's buying your book. And you know, I always bothers me. I see these people selling these programs when I speak for 50K. Oh, you're gonna be in a book with, 10 other people, and we're gonna sell 1,500 books, and you're gonna get 1,000 books, and I'm like, what a waste, because those nice people are gonna spend all that money, 50K,
Yeah.
be in one chapter of a book, and end up with books. I have a friend of mine. He works for Stephen Covey Company. He's a dear
Stephen
friend of
Covey.
mine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've known him for 15 years. And he said, Omar, I finally wrote a book. I'm like, great. I go, he was gone for 2 years traveling
Yeah.
out of the country,
Uh-huh.
teaching Stephen Covey's materials, which is amazing, good stuff. And he
Got it.
says, hey, I'm in a book. I did it through my organization. And I says, oh, how's it going? He said, well, I've had the book for over a year now. I said, well, how, how's the book? He said, well, I got them in my trunk because nobody's buying them. He says, how much did you pay for that? I said, 25K. I got one chapter, and I got 1,500 books. I'm like, books
Wow.
cost like $2. Anyway, bottom line is, I don't know how we got there, but I'm just saying, whatever you want,
Yeah.
whether it's gain weight, lose weight,
Yeah.
be more built, have a better posture,
Hmm.
be more flexible, have more money, be
Yeah.
a better parent, um, be a better community person. Whatever you want, it's a goal.
It is. Yeah.
It's all a goal,
It is. It
you know.
is.
And I remember Brian Tracy saying to me, when you learn how to do this, because he's a master at setting goals, and he said, when you learn how to set goals properly,
Hmm.
you'll be surprised, Omar. You'll take your dry cleaning to the dry cleaners better than anybody else. Because everything, it's a domino effect.
Yes.
One discipline leads to another,
Another
right?
one.
One
Yeah.
discipline leads to another, right?
Yeah.
So if you meet someone and you want them to be your partner in business, if they
Yeah.
got bad habits, run for your life,
Yes. That's
because
true.
you don't want somebody that's got bad habits, because
Yeah.
they're going to slow you down, right? You're better
That's,
off hiring people, right? So
mhm.
it's just like in a relationship. So you
Yeah.
want to look for people that have good habits, which is my next word, habits. You got to
Ha-
condition yourself for success. Habits, right? Like Stephen Covey wrote a wonderful book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That
Mhm.
was a great book, and
Yeah.
he talks about a paradigm shift. A habit is nothing but a
Mhm.
paradigm. You know that, right?
Yeah.
A habit is nothing but a multitude of paradigms and habits. So if you do something enough, they've done research. There was a guy named Dr. Maxwell Maltz. He wrote a book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and
Psychological. Yeah.
yeah, and he did the research that if you do something for 21 days, it becomes a
Mhm.
habit, good or
Mm.
bad.
Yeah.
So whatever you want to do, guys, anybody that's listening, whatever goals you've set for yourself in for this year, do it for 21 days. Do it for 21 days, and don't stop for 21 days. Whether it's eating, working out, working hard. Some
Yeah.
people are 10xing, right? Grant Cardone, 10xing
Uh-huh.
to make more money. So if you're going to 10x for 21 days, on the 22nd day, it's become a habit, right?
Yeah.
And it's a habit of prospecting more,
Yeah.
right? It's a habit of doing all these things.
And
Yeah,
you know what? And as an effective person, you also got to be able to be consistent about everything you do, and that's how you stay with a habit. Just a little while ago before we started, I was sitting down with somebody that I was coaching. And one of the things says, look, man, uh, they were saying to me that they didn't end up where they wanted to be this past year. And even though that we started early during the year, they didn't stay consistent in certain habits that they needed to create and needed to develop and continue doing every single day in order for that to become, traits to become a habit. And they recognize, and this is the thing, something that I want to bring to everybody too, is that in order for you to develop this habit or develop the lifestyle that you we all want, we need to create a discipline. We need to stay
Right.
consistent in everything that we do. Sometimes, I mean, I'm gonna be one of the first one to tell you. Sometimes it's not fun to actually continue doing the little things you must do in order to be successful. We all want success, but success doesn't come easy.
No,
Success
and that's where
sometimes is
people
from
stop.
sweat. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're afraid of, as my mentor Tom Murphy calls it, POC, pain
Mm-hmm.
of change,
Pain of
pain of
change.
change,
Yeah.
POC, POC.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is, look, it's like I don't know if you ever had a really full garage. So when
Yeah.
you have a really full garage, right, and you
Uh-huh.
want to get rid of stuff or clean it up, you have
Uh-huh.
to go through the pain of change of taking everything out of the garage
Yeah.
and then identify what's you need to throw away
I know,
and then
right?
organize and then put it all back
Yeah.
so then you can have a nice garage where you can pull
That's
your
true.
car
That's
in,
true.
right?
That's true.
So,
That's true.
but a lot of us don't want to pay the price of success. There was a
Mm.
famous pianist, I forgot his name, that someone said walked up to him after he just played, and the guy was amazing. I wish I could remember his name.
Yeah.
And he said, I want to play the piano just like you. I want to play the piano just like you. He says, no, you don't. He says, what? He says, no, you don't. He says, I practice since I was a little boy for 3 to 5 hours a day. Every day I didn't take a day off. Are you willing to do that? And
Yeah.
the guy goes,
No way.
no, that's crazy. Well, see, you don't want to play the piano like me because that's what
True.
I did. So
Yeah.
if you want something bad enough, you got to
Mm-hmm.
commit. And remember, the more you do, the more you do, the more you do, the better you get at it, right?
Got it. Yeah. It's true.
If you
True.
do something a lot, you get better at it. Now, the key
Mm-hmm.
is to make sure that you're doing the right thing. Like I love going to the gym, as you know, and I
Yeah.
used to own health clubs, and I see people doing the pull downs. Remember the pull down?
Yeah. Pull
No,
downs. Yeah.
they used to have the pull downs. I had one pull down with the bucket. The bucket, you threw the weights
Uh-huh.
in with a big
Yeah.
cable, right?
Yeah.
And there's this one guy, and he'd always do them like this, right? And he'd
Wow.
put out all this extra weight, and I'd go up to him and go, "Look, hey, he's a nice guy." I said, "Why don't you take some of that weight off and even out so you're doing the technique properly?" You know,
Okay.
oh no, I know what I'm doing. Well, he'd walk away and you'd see his back is lopsided because his back was building on one side more than the other, and he
Wow.
looked awkward. So, it's not the weight, it's the technique. So in life, it's not what you are uh,
Mm-hmm.
wanting to do; it's if you're doing it right. So I call it. Well, I didn't make this up. Mr. Murphy did perfect
Yeah.
practice.
Perfect
You
practice.
can practice. I mean, you were in the military. If you
Yeah.
didn't perfect practice, you're going to get killed,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so it's perfect practice, drill, and rehearsal. Perfect
Mm-hmm.
practice, drill, and rehearsal. That's how you get better. And you keep
Yeah.
tweaking it. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. Another thing you need to set goals and achieve your goals is a desire, and number two, a willingness to act.
Wow.
Because success without action is no good, right?
Yeah.
So action breeds action. Action breeds motivation. So you want to
Yeah.
be able to be like, I'm motivated because I'm moving towards my goal, right?
Mm.
But
Yeah.
you've got to. Most people don't do that. So you need desire and a willingness to act. Yep.
Desire and a willing to. I mean, that's all amazing, Omar. Now, so let's just say someone. So they're hearing you. They're hearing us today. They say, okay, let me start doing something tomorrow. I get up tomorrow. What should my first action be in order for me to start putting plans or putting goals together that I can see and I can follow through?
Okay. So the first thing you need to do is tonight.
Hmm.
tonight lay out your plan.
No.
So I have a little saying: any entrepreneur that wakes up without a plan is unemployed. Right?
So,
So set your plan tonight so you wake up with your running. Right?
yeah.
Number two, make sure that you thought out your goals. So you're
Yeah.
really you don't want to set goals that you can't reach. You should set regular goals, and then I like to set outrageous goals. So you
Nice.
set two goals: goals that you want to obtain, and then outrageous goals. So
Got
now,
it.
if you hit the obtain goal, you can continue to go to the outrageous goal,
Outrageous.
right? But you don't want to not reach something, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's very important. So you wake up with a plan,
Yeah.
execute it, and time block, as you know, and stay
Yeah.
true to your goal. Stay true to it, and don't. If it's not important, if it's not a sale, or if it's not an emergency, don't pick up the phone. Stay true to your time blocking, right?
Got it.
Because most people they look, when you start doing this stuff, you lose focus. And when you lose focus, you're look, a lot of people, they want success, but they really don't, because the moment they start getting rejection or failure, or they don't get it the way they want, they start making, unconditionally, by the way,
Yeah.
unconditionally, they start making excuses like,
Wow.
Omar, I was going to make 10 calls today, but I think I should get organized.
Oh.
What are they doing? Avoiding unpleasant activity, prospect.
Yeah.
When you avoid unpleasant activity, you're not doing the things you need to do to be successful, right? So
Yes.
anything that you avoid is pushing you back. As the old saying used to talk about, my other mentor used to talk about cause and effect, right?
Got
For
it.
every cause, there's an effect. For everything you do, there's a result.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah.
No, that's amazing. Now, so some of the traits of a successful person. Let's just say right now, I made my plans. Tonight, I'm putting everything together. What I'm going to do tomorrow, and tomorrow, I start jot down all my plans, all my goals on how I'm gonna start breaking down. Remember, we need to do backwards planning on everything that you're gonna accomplish by the end of the year. Make sure you break it down by quarter, semi-annually, monthly, all the way down to the hour. That's the way that we're going to be able to actually accomplish what we're looking for. And we not always are going to end up where we want, but we will get closer or even past to what we wanted from the beginning. So what do I need to work on mentally as a person if I want to go ahead and start putting this together? Okay, now I know that I see it in paper. What I need to start working me as a person in order for me to develop my knowledge, develop my desire, or work on my desire to accomplish those goals.
Well, once you desire what you want, find a mentor that can help you get there,
Okay.
right? You want to find a mentor that can help you get there.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's really important.
Awesome.
Um,
Okay, good.
Yeah, you got to find somebody that's going to get quicker, right? And then number two, make sure that you're stay, like you said, persistence,
Mm-hmm.
right? Consistency,
Got it.
and have tenacity towards what you want. It's easy to set goals. It's difficult to execute them, and
Yeah.
most people won't do it, right? So, like me, I'm going to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks. How? Well, I started today. I
Yeah.
went back to my old ways. I eat, very little.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can get rid of it. And
Yeah.
then I'll eat for dinner, instead of what I was eating, all that bread for the holidays and desserts.
Mhm.
My desserts are gone, and I'll eat just protein, right?
That's awesome.
So,
With
yeah,
me, like every time that I need to lose weight, I know how many calories per my body weight I need to burn in order for me to lose a pound. And to me, and funny enough, to me, it's like just math. If I do this and I subtract this and I do this day by day for chunkable, because you cannot eat an elephant from one bite. You need to buy it.
right.
You need to eat it by small bites. Same thing with your weight. When you do that, I know and I keep myself in that trajectory. And don't get me wrong, I still eat. I love that. One of my so this is my weakness when it comes down to food is pizza. So I stay true to my lifestyle, and I might diet through Monday through Saturday, and on Sundays I eat pizza with my kids. So to the point that yesterday I thought like, I kind of urge. I went to like a pie and a half by myself. I love it. Don't get me wrong.
Wow.
But you know what? Today I went. I worked out. Worked Monday, so I worked out more than anything, and I do my fasting. So I do my intermittent fasting. So it's like nothing. Like I love it because I don't feel I didn't gain a pound of weight or nothing, but I was able to work it out in between those 2 days. But again,
Yeah.
you already know yourself, and you gotta be able to identify what you need to do and do it consistently. Because like anybody else, today I could have said no, I'm gonna eat, and that's when you start compounding. Like we all
Right.
heard about the compounding income, compounding investment, right? When you compound money and money, you'll get more. Same thing with your bad habits. Same thing with the way that you eat. Same thing with your lifestyle. When you
Right.
think it's not doesn't matter, and you keep compounding those bad habits, that will compound and actually make it even worse for you to get back into the same path that you were supposed to be for you to accomplish your goals. Now, we're almost there. So wanted to ask you one more question. So as a person that is trying to accomplish my goals today, so I did everything that I need to do. I found my mentor. I put my goals together. I started to do this. What do I need to focus going forward for 2023? Am I going to actually get any roadblocks as a person? Are we getting roadblocks? Is everything going to be coasting? What do we see in the horizon for
You got it.
2023?
Yeah. No, Carlos, you got to be strong and
Yeah.
flexible because you're going to hit all kinds of hurdles. You're going to hit
Hmm.
hurdles, pitfalls, quicksand. You're going to hit all that. That's why I
Yeah.
said you got to be a PPS, professional problem solver. Get ready for things to happen. Things are going to
Yeah.
happen. And but the bottom line is, Zig Ziglar used to say to me, as long as you're successful 51% of the time, you're going to get there,
That's
right?
awesome.
But everybody fails. As uh, my other dear friend John Maxwell says, you
Yeah.
learn to fail forward faster, right? Learn to fail forward faster. So when you fail, get up and go again, right?
Going.
Yeah, that comeback power. Fail
So you know
forward
what?
faster.
You know what? And we talk about business all the time. And one of the statistics that I seen is that um, 12 out of 13 businesses always fail, right? So if you want to be successful in business, you may be the one that actually make it. But in reality, like with me, I have started about almost 14 businesses, but one is the one that took off.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I probably did it completely wrong, but throughout the whole process, I learned so much.
See, now
And-
I've never had one go bad,
yeah,
and the reason is because I had mentors, and since Mr.
there we
Murphy
go.
taught me about that, every
Yeah.
time I would do something I'm about to do, I would
Mhm.
research and
That's
find the
all.
person that had already done it. So if you find somebody that's already done it, they already know the pitfalls and they know how to get you there faster.
That's true. That's true. All right. So
Yeah.
So going forward, obviously, 2023 ahead of us. We're definitely going to be talking about a lot more things, but I
Yeah.
believe that we should focus on our future. Things are going to start changing in this country. There's a lot of opportunity coming. This year is where you really want to become wealthy and where you really want to create wealth for you and your family, want to be able to create some freedom for you. There's going to be a lot of opportunity. Can
A
we
lot
just
of
go
opportunity.
little quick on that, and then next week
Yeah.
what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna go more in depth as we help you put some goals together for 2023, but also
Yeah. Well, we
allow
need
you
to
to.
continue this because we didn't get into all the other stuff I had for
Yeah,
everybody.
no, but we
So
got
we'll
we're
do
gonna
that
show
next
you
week.
yeah, so we're
Yeah.
gonna show you certain vehicles, but at the end of this, what we have another gift for you guys. We are going to give you a goal tracking sheet, a business goal tracking sheet at the end of this live, and you'll find
Yeah.
it in the bottom of this video. But go ahead, Omar. So we
No,
definitely
I
call.
think it's important that people realize that
Mhm.
that goal tracking sheet will help them. And then,
Yeah,
of course, if they're looking for mentoring, they can reach out to me at
of
omarperiu at
course.
gmail.com, fill out the little form, and then we can set up a time to talk. Also, with you, as you know, all these businesses right now need more capital because they're going to need it to expand their business and
Of
upskill.
course, yeah.
So I'll make sure that they reach out to you about, all your different services and, credit education and getting loans and stuff like that.
Of course, yeah. So funding
Yeah.
for businesses, and again, guys, there's going to be a lot of. If one of your goals for this year is creating your own company, soon you stay tuned. We are gonna put it out. There's gonna be a lot of options for you to create your own company, to have something done for you. So stay tuned. Like we said, you want some help on developing and putting together your goals. See in the bottom of this video, there's going to be a link that is going to allow you to go ahead and download this business goal tracking sheet for 2023 and at least put them together from top to bottom on what you want to do quarterly,
Yeah.
semi-annually, and from there on you could take the time and now breaking down to the granular point in which you are going to start working out on your goals today.
Yeah, and it's absolutely free. No gimmicks.
Yeah.
So
All right, guys. I appreciate it. Hey, Omar, like always, it's a pleasure to have you with
thank
us.
you.
We learned so
Thank you.
much from you. So thank you for your wisdom. And you know what? We definitely can't wait to see what you bring for us next week. Okay.
Oh yeah. We got a lot of good stuff for the rest of the year for everybody. So get
Awesome.
ready. All right.
All right,
Thank you
guys.
guys.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank
day.
you,
And I'll see you
fellas.
next week. Bye.
I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. I tell you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them?